Hi everyone, I thought I would just do another story for the grandchildren really, but everybody is welcome to watch this story. And this book's called Jesus Walks on Water and Other Bible Stories. And it is a selection of Bible stories by Miles Kelly. So this one is all about Jesus who walks on water. It had been a long day at the Sea of Galilee, and Jesus told his weary disciples to head for home without him, while he sent away thousands of people who had gathered. It's going to take a little while for me to convince everyone to leave, Jesus said to his friends with a sigh. You start off without me. I want to spend some time praying on my own, and I'll catch you up later. But how will you follow us? The disciples protested, clambering into their little boats. Don't worry, I will be fine, Jesus reassured and waved them off. As the men sailed away, Jesus turned back to the crowds and told them it was time to go home too. No one wanted to leave him, but eventually they began wandering away in groups. At last, Jesus was able to leave unnoticed, and he went a little way up the hillside. Finally, he had some peace and quiet and could pray alone. He stayed for quite a while, deep in thought, talking to God. Meanwhile, out in the Sea of Galilee, the disciples were in trouble. The wind had grown stronger, stirring up strong currents in the water and battering the little boats. Can you make those noises? That would be the wind blowing against the boat. The alarmed men had rolled up the sails and tried to row to shore, but despite straining at the oars with all their might, the boats were being blown off course right into the dangerous open waters. Oh no! Hours passed, and as the night grew darker and the wind grew wilder and the waves grew higher, the disciples realized they were lost at sea, and they were terrified. As they sat huddled in their boats, desperately waiting for the light of dawn, they saw a white glow in the darkness. It came closer, and it grew bigger, turning into the shape of a man. Who do you think it is, children? A ghost, they cried. Well, not the children, but the disciples cried, a ghost. And they were even more frightened than before. Then a voice came floating towards them on the wind. Don't be afraid. It's me, Jesus. The disciples were confused. Was it really their friend and master? Or was it a demon trying to play tricks on them? Peter spoke up bravely. If it's really you, Lord, he shouted back, tell me to walk to you across the waves. Yes, come then, Jesus called. Peter stood up cautiously and moved to the edge of the rocking boat and took a deep breath. The other disciples could hardly believe their eyes as Peter stepped out. Far from sinking into the churning waters, their friend strode from wave to wave over the swirling sea towards Jesus. Can you see? Peter kept his eyes fixed on Jesus, not daring to look down. But when he was within a couple of steps of Jesus, his curiosity got the better of him, and he glanced down. The moment he saw the frothing foam beneath his feet, his courage deserted him. He wasn't brave anymore, and he plunged down into the dark, cold waters. Help me, Jesus, Peter screamed in a panic. I'm sinking. Jesus reached out and grabbed Peter's hand and heaving him up. Don't doubt me, he said. Have more faith. Jesus guided his friend back to the boats, and suddenly the wind died down and the waves calmed. The disciples had been watching everything in amazement. You really are the Son of God, they said, falling in awe at Jesus' feet. That's the end of our story for today. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon. Lots of love. Bye.